Oh, I'm ranked first in this split. This is the worst time for me to be ranked first because I'm not very good around here. If we're finding out, it's my first race as well. Oh, I'm gonna have a bad time. So there's two splits. I'm in the bottom split, but I'm ranked number 1 in the bottom split. My lap times aren't good enough yet. This is my first race. This is just what I consider to be extended practice. And the game expects me to win. Great. Holy hell, how do I do that? Apart from the chicane in the last sector, which was a little bit dodgy. That's the best I've done so far. Ah, I botched the first corner this time. How do I pull it out of the bag like that for qualifying? Every time? I've been nowhere close to setting even a 2-minute lap in all of the practice laps. I think that's going to really help. If I'd been setting the laps that I'd got in the practices, I would have been in like that mid-pack with all the 201s. Pulling that 2-minute lap out of the bag is going to just get me away from that pack. Hopefully. Looks close at the top, but I can't really do that kind of pace regularly every lap. I think the leader, the top qualifier, he's just going to run away with it. He's got a pace advantage on the rest of us. I just gotta, it's just extended practice, isn't it? I just gotta see how it goes for this first race. I'll start for him.
Green flag, green flag.
He's probably gonna have a penalty, 5th place, I imagine. I didn't get the greatest start, but if I can stay in this group, it would be handy. It's normally a drive-through penalty for a false start, I think. Or a stop and go, or whatever it is. This is spicy up at the front. Everybody's slowing each other down. Oh, that's dodgy.
Car right.
He came into the pits. Damn, that was a very dodgy moment. So many things happened.
Clear. Car right.
I
Clear.
was spooked by him being there. Need to settle down a bit. Ah, that was bad. This is the problem I've got. Consistently being able to stick with these three might be difficult now. At least we've got a gap to back to 5th. It's just the first race, I need to keep that in mind. Always the first race is always a little bit inconsistent. Extended practice, still learning. Just get what I can out of it.
Left side. Keep to the right. Clear on the left.
Jesus. So he goes over to defend and then moves back over to the and leaves me no space. That was very late. It's all over the shop.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Yes. All right, a podium. Unexpected.
There's the flag. It's over.
Not bad.
Good job.
Those
Very
last
good
few
job.
laps were a little bit ropey, to be honest, but we brought it home. Plus 61 on the iRating. We're probably going to end up being in like top split in the next one and be right at the back, but that's not a bad little first race. That's the best lap time I've ever set as well, so I just need to be able to get closer to that 2 minutes regularly. That's what I'm struggling with, but first race out, can't complain with that. My first ever open setup race, I'm in top split. This isn't gonna go well. there's only 2 splits. I'm in top split. It's a half an hour race. Open setups. I'm just using the fixed setup. Extended practice, I think, is a good way to treat this once again. Well, we'll give qualifying the old go. 58.2, 58.4, 58.6 for the top guys here. No chance. I think this is going to be qualifying at the back kind of territory. Wait, qualifying? Didn't I want to have low fuel in? I've just thought about that. This is the first open setup race I've done in God knows how long, possibly ever.
Green, green, green.
You can set low fuel for qualifying, so you can just put in like 4 laps of fuel or something. I did not do that. I've got full race fuel. I'll learn as I go. There's the off track. Okay, it's gonna have to be on the last lap, I suppose. It wasn't the cleanest lap, but at least it was no off track, so at least it would count. Wow, 2 minutes, 0.7. Okay, that's better than I thought. I mean, I'm still at the back, which I expected, but now it makes a little bit more sense. I've got full race fuel on. Everybody else has probably got like 3 or 4 laps of fuel. So maybe comparatively my race pace is going to be slightly better than those around me. Possibly, but possibly not. I might just be spending half an hour practicing at the back. It's a definite possibility. But that's okay. I mean, like I keep saying, this is like half an hour's worth of practice for the final fixed setup race, just in a half-an-hour race format. So I just gotta treat it as such. So hello everyone, welcome to another iRacing video. It's been quite action-packed already, and the first 2 laps of this open setup race is no different, but at least I wasn't talking too much during this one because I was concentrating so much, so it gives me a bit of a chance to come here and talk to you guys after the fact. And yeah, I guess this week it's kind of just been me getting used to this new setup that I was going to be doing, where just because of the way that iRacing have chose to split up the touring car races, I have to do a fixed setup race, then an open setup race, then the final fixed setup race. I'm not getting the chance to do, you know, 3 races in the championship that I'm actually interested in, which is fixed setup this season. But you know, it at least it gives me just more seat time, I suppose, in these half-an-hour open setup races. I'm using my fixed setup in these because I don't want to change too much and, you know, change how things handle and get used to the car with a different setup, and then come into the fixed setup race at the end and not be able to drive it as well as I did previously. So I'm always going to be on the back foot a little bit in these open setup races, and my plan is to sort of this season do, like I said, the fixed setup race, then the open setup race, then the final fixed setup race, and then next season switch it around so I'm focusing more on the open setup series and try to actually learn a bit about the setups as well. And you know, at the minute I don't really know anything, so I want to try and bring that in, but that'll be after this season, where I'm kind of, you know, trying to do a full season of touring cars and figuring my way through. So yeah, it's already been action packed, this one, like I said, and it's going to continue to be that. Like you've already seen, this first lap of this open setup race is kind of crazy. I'm making positions which I was hopeful that I would. You know, I think obviously qualifying with full fuel, that put me further back than what my pace should have been, so I am able to make up positions, but obviously all this stuff that's going on in front is absolutely crazy as well, and certainly this is a lot more chaotic than what the first race was. And yeah, you see some quite crazy moves from the blue car in particular further up the field. There aren't going to be too many replays, at least for the next lap or so, because I do sort of have a post-mortem of the race as it went at the end of the race. You know, as it happened on the stream, I went through all the replays there, so at the end of this race you'll kind of see most of those crazy moments, and I'll be reacting to it as it happens. But obviously this was a nice little overtake as well to round out the a pretty good first lap, I would say. You know, made a few overtakes, got a good start, made the overtake around the outside on the sort of the green coloured car, and then this overtake being side by side with the black. But I'll leave you to watch the rest of it because it gets even more chaotic from here. Damn! What a first lap. Bloody hell, this guy! Holy moly, I don't know how I saved that.
You're on the left, 3 wide. Car right, 2 wide.
Holy shit!
Still there, hold your line. Still there.
Dickhead!
Still there. Clear on the right.
That blue car is absolutely lunatic. Oh, there was a big crash behind. Holy moly. I had to do like multiple saves there in the space of half a lap. Whew. Is this what open setup racing is normally like? Fixed is so much more pleasant in comparison, even in bottom split. Well, in some races, I suppose. Wow, oh, that was... What a 2 laps that was.
You're in the top 10.
Problem I've got now is that this is a half an hour long race and I don't have the pace to be staying where I am. I'm out of position big time. So I might have to accept losing a few spots by the end. Oh, argy bargy up ahead as well. Oh, this is interesting. These have all slowed each other down. One of them will get into the lead, make a mistake, lose the lead, lead of this group. It's allowing me to stay close to them, which is going to be good for me because I don't want to get...
Still there, hold your line. Clear.
I don't want to lose too much of a gap from them and lose a lot of pace, but we don't want to push ourselves back into the group behind. That was a hit. I think he got away with it though.
Car on your left. Still there. Keep to the right. Still there. Clear.
Nice. So if this was a fixed setup race like I normally do, that would have been the last lap and it would be over now. Gotta do it all over again. Alright, pink has now been overtaken. And the guy who's been chasing me down the last couple of laps is now free to come and get me. Lost a bit of time though from overtaking, so got a little bit of a margin, but it's gonna close up, I'm sure. I just don't have that pace to be around this area. Well, I've officially been caught by these two coming back through the pack. So I'll see what I can do, but I'm not going to fight it too hard.
Right side. Clear on the right.
I did not expect him to go for it, actually. At that point. But fair play. It's amazing how I can stick with him a lot better than I can stay in front when I'm being caught. I'm so much better when following. I need to sort that out. I don't really know what to do about it though. He's gonna have me here. He got a better exit. The Duff Beer
Keep to the
car.
left. Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
I've got that pink car that I overtook earlier behind me again. I'm in a big train here.
Got about 5 laps of fuel left.
If I can try and just stick with these. Not like that, I'm not gonna.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Bloody hell.
Right side. Clear on the right.
It's all getting dicey. With a few laps to go, this is scary. There's so many people. I think it's people who had issues early on that I took advantage of coming back through the pack. And then, oh, it's just a mess. Oh, I'm sweating. Damn, he went for it and he's got it done. That was an impressive overtake from Blue.
White flag this time.
Last lap, just need to hold on one more lap. These two are still battling away.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Oh, he got him again. Got him back. Oh, he's turned him around.
Go right.
No! I cannot believe it. Oh, great. I don't think there's going to be any getting this to the end. I think I've got like 3 wheels. Come on. I can't believe that. Nothing I could do. Not my fault. That's such a shame. That was such I was doing so well for me and my standards. I want to try and make it to the end. I'm sweating. All that hard work, incredible first couple of laps, and all this sweat, and it ends like that. I thought I was going to gain 2 places and I ended up getting crashed out. Ah, we got to the end.
Checkered flag, checkered
I
flag.
can't believe it.
Bring it back to the pits. We're going.
Thanks for the GGs anyway. I finished 11th after all that. I still managed to get 11th. Considering I started at the back. I was only a couple of places above that anyway. So he gets into the back of him in front. And that turns him around. And then I try to go over to the right, which works, but then he gets tagged again, which puts him into me. And then what goes on behind? He's had his own crash. How does he end up coming into me? Oh, it wasn't him. Oh, it was him. Okay. So there's just crashes everywhere. I think I might have gotten away with it. Not as badly as I did. If it wasn't for this, he came back across, hits into him, that hits into me. That knocks my... I think it knocked the tyre off the rim. The wheel off the hub or whatever. Still got the wheel on there. What a mess. That was such a shame. Managed to get a 59.7. Do you know what? That was really good considering. Look at that. I was getting 59s. I set the exact same lap time 2 laps in a row. 59.955. But yeah, that was pretty good. Look at these 59 laps I'm setting. That's a lot better. And I was with the fixed setup, and most of these guys are probably running an open setup, which is going to be quicker. I think I acquitted myself not too badly there. Managed to sneak up the inside there, which was nice. I was on fire the first couple of laps. Oh, is this the late defensive move from Blue? Look at the state of that! Oh my god, that was so bad. And then he cuts across him. Those two have their own accident. Wow. This guy's an absolute nut job. I had to save that, yeah, I remember he came into me there. And then something happens further back that I kind of want to follow. Because I ended up with a massive gap after this. Yeah, of course it was Blue. Of course it was Blue. Wow. Blue came straight from a GTA lobby apparently. I know, right? Yeah, he cut that too much, broke his car, and that was it. He was done. Karma, to be honest. That was absolutely horrendous driving from him. Seemed like he had quick lap times. He was quick. But he was all over the place. That was ridiculous. I lost a single iRating and 0.1 on the safety. That's not too bad. I was expecting a lot worse. Damn, I set a good best lap in the end. But like, I think if I'd managed to get ahead of that crash, wouldn't I have finished 7th? But do you know what? Even managing to get it round to the end and still getting the 11th place from it, I'm proud of how I raced in that one. With a fixed setup in an open setup race in top split, I'm pretty proud of that. I'm guessing this is top split, and I happen to be ranked 9th at this point. Now that we're back to fixed, that's crazy. I've gone from being number 1 ranked in second split in the first fixed race to being 9th ranked in top split for this fixed race. I mean, I've had the improvement, I suppose. It started off really slow with the improvement to the lap times, but it's come good. Getting plenty of 59s in that last race. I think it's going to be better for me to do those open setup races, because I get half an hour of full-on racing practice. Like, that's where I learn the best, I would say. Ah! Damn. Did that count, actually? It was a 0x?
There's the flag.
No, it didn't count. If I'd got that lap in without the bunk, I might have been top half, maybe. But, yeah. Never mind.
Green, green, green. Car right. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
And start.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Wasn't expecting him to break that early, actually.
Right side. Clear. Car right. Clear on the right. Car right. Clear.
This is a little bit dodgy again on the first lap. Classic touring cars, I suppose, at this
You're in
point.
the top 10.
Oh, I've got a penalty for that.
Got to slow down penalty.
Ah, bollocks. That's amazing. I've done all the laps that I've done in these two races beforehand. That's the first time I've ever done that.
Right side.
Damn, he's going so defensive. He's slowing himself down so much.
Car on your left. Keep to the
I'll
right.
take the cup back. No, that's my bad. I'm immediately at fault for that.
Left
I
side.
thought I was clear and I wasn't. Wow, there was crashing going on behind. I think I might have some damage. Do you know what? It's unbelievable, isn't it? This is the race that actually I was planning to matter. And I've had a bloody nightmare. I've made my best race is in the one in the series that I'm not focusing on. Stupid mistakes. And he was going so defensive as well. Like, it was such an easy thing to be able to overtake him because he was making such defensive mistakes, like, and losing so much speed, and I've absolutely ruined it for myself. Ah! Yeah, no point dwelling, I suppose. And try to get back up onto these guys, but the best I'm going to be able to do is 11th at this point. There's been some argy-bargy up front. Oh, he's had an issue as well. It's all kicking off. This is the problem though with this new setup. I don't get 3 bites of the cherry in the fixed setup race, which is the only one that I'm focusing on this season. I have to do the open setup race in between, and because the first fixed setup race is mostly practice, it all comes down to this final race for me to do as well as I can, and that's not always a guarantee. Going super defensive again. Gotta be able to take advantage of that before the end, surely.
White flag. One more left to go.
I didn't get the best exit there though. Unless it's the last lap. Can't do it. Ah. Alright, that's it, it's over. Jesus. I felt like I was so much quicker than him. I should have been way further up the order. What a disappointing race. Well, wasn't too damaging, I suppose. But it's disappointing to end like that. Like, it should have been up here, really. Especially after the improvement that I've made. Like, my best race was the open setup race. I wonder if the first race actually championship points 42 for this one. And yeah, I got 75 championship points for the first one. So because I was in second split and I got a third place, I got a 75 championship points. In that last race in top split, I would have had to finish 6th to even beat that. So in that case, the first race was my best race, which is meant to be just me practicing and doing some extended practice. Like, I could have done the first race, not done the open setup race or this race, and I would still be in the same position championship points wise. Oh well. It is what it is. I'm disappointed with myself in that last race more than anything though, to be honest. I'll try for better next week.